Hi, Bianca.
Hey Nadine, how's it going?
Things are great on my end. How about you? Are you still pretty busy at work?
Yep, it's that time of the year. Our fiscal year ends in a month, and we're just scrambling to get some last minute sales in.
Oh, wow. That's a lot of pressure. Now, any chance you had some time to complete a practice GMAT?
Yes, I did actually.
So, how did the practice test go?
Well, I do a lot of writing for my job, so the verbal and integrated reasoning sections are feeling pretty good. That quant section is pretty rough. I haven't done a lot of this simple math since high school, and it's really, really rusty. I've been working with my flashcards, but the 2 minute time limit and no calculator part is just kind of rough.
It really, really is. And I'd say that you pretty much summarized the greatest challenge in the quant section. Mental math, old forgotten equations with close to no time to do it, and no calculator available. But as we both know, they're trying to test your ability to make tough decisions with limited resources on this test. After all, that's what makes a good manager. So, thinking about that, today we're going to look at some questions along those lines. So, diving right in here, we have a bit of geometry. Take about 2 minutes to see if you can solve this problem.
Huh. Okay. Is the answer B?
Okay, so tell me how you arrived at that answer.
Well, to be honest, I could see that I needed to figure out how long that arc was, but I didn't remember the equation and I wasn't really sure how to get to that length, even if I did know it. So I sort of eyeballed it. I know the two straight lengths are 42, and it kind of looks like the curved part would be about the same length if you straightened it out. So I did 42 times 3, which is 126, and 128 was pretty close, so I went with it.
Okay, so I love your resourcefulness there. B is indeed correct, but while we're on that topic, let's take a second to talk about the right way with the math associated. I would always encourage you to estimate, especially when the figure doesn't say not drawn to
Mm.
scale, but there will be times when you need the math. So let's just go through this. So first, the equation of a circumference of a circle is equal to 2 pi times the radius. And with the sector of the circle, it's going to whatever fraction of 360 the angle measure is, which they conveniently tell you. So to find that length, we need to take 42 times pi, which is about 3, and that gets us the circumference. But since we know we need to divide that by 6 to get the arc length, I can see that basically just canceling out the 2 and the 3 in the numerator, which leaves me with 42. As a result, we can see that your intuition was correct, that arc is effectively the same length as the radius. So well done there. Okay, so let's move on to another question and give that one a shot.
Ugh, I hate these problems with primes and multiples. I really don't know. I can't see I could get anywhere with that information. So I'm going with a together, not sufficient answer.
So you're in good company. These multiples of odd, even, prime number property questions are some of the hardest topics to adjust to on the GMAT. Lots of great test takers get stumped on these. So let's take a look and kind of break this down further. So if we inspect statement 1, they say that m over 6 is prime. Can you think of any other numbers that might satisfy that?
Well, 18 over 6 is prime, and that's 3, and 12 over 6 is 2. That's prime, right?
Correct. Yeah, on both accounts. So is statement 1 enough?
No.
Okay. How about statement 2?
Well, lots of numbers are divisible by 7, right?
That's right. So statement 2 is out. So bringing those statements together, if m over 6 is prime, how many factors are there to m over 6?
Just one, right?
That's right. So always remember that 1 is not prime. So if m is divisible by 7 and 6, what factors have to be in m?
2, 3, and 7, right?
Yes. And does that lock us in on a value?
Seems like it has to be 42.
You've got it. Yeah. Great work. Okay. So we're at the end of our time today. Great work. As for a deliverable next time, do you think you'd have time to go through another practice exam?
I should, yes. And if not, I'll at least get some practice problems done.
Okay, that's great. So as always, please just shoot me an email when you're finished working, and then I can take a look at your results and draw some themes out for our next session. So finally, do you have any questions for me?
No, I think that's good for me. I'm really excited to be getting a hang of those number property questions.
Absolutely. That's such a great feeling. And I really like your resourcefulness. It's a great testing instinct. I know that as you have more time with these questions, you'll start to feel more comfortable using them in context and your score will keep going up. So as for scheduling, same time and day next week, does that work for you?
Yes, I've got this time blocked off in my work calendar, so hopefully no one books me in any meetings at that time.
Okay, here's hoping. And just shoot me an email if anything comes up and I can be flexible. And you can just use the same link as usual to join this room. So I will see you then.
Okay, thanks, Nadine. Bye.